Well, so that's a first. I've always had to input my card information every time I've gone to fuel up. But anywho, so welcome back to another episode. We're actually heading back to the office. I'm currently stuck in Pueblo because I have to fuel up. But I want to kind of give you guys some insight. I know a few other content creators have done this, but for me doing YouTube for 2 months, I want to let you guys know what I've learned and where I've fucked up. So let me finish up fueling up and we'll get the rest of the way back to the office. Catch all of you here in a few minutes. Alrighty, so now we're back in the office, and dear God, that was a longer drive than I was expecting. But however, I am really excited because down in Pueblo, I was actually checking out an abandoned building to possibly get in contact with the owner in order to film the next short film I want to do. Dear God, I am excited for this, but at the same time, I am terrified because this is going to be my very first short film that I'm actually putting a lot of effort into and a lot of time. And it's freaking me out. But anywho, as we're actually here to discuss what it's like to be doing YouTube for 2 months now. Now, there's a lot of things that I have learned, not only as a creator, as a small filmmaker, but also on the photography side of the house, because in between all the little tidbits of catching the shots and everything else, I do a lot of photography on the side. So it kind of put me in this awkward disposition of learning multiple things at the same time while still trying to work with the algorithms and the planning and all the bullshit in between. However, with that being said, there's so much that I have truly learned over these past 2 months that have really helped me out. So we're going to start off with the basics, the fucking setup. You just saw the time lapse before this of me just getting set up for a shot like this. Imagine all the setup I have to do in between for shots like I did a few weeks back with Up in the Mountains, or the shots from the Depression video, or the shots from the Hobbies video. There are so many different things that you have to think about when putting together your shots. Now, after that, you really have to think about one very individual factor, and you've probably heard this factor from a lot of people, and that's the amount of footage you actually need. Holy dear mother of fuck. There is so much footage you actually need in order to make your videos good that it is absolutely terrifying. Currently, I'm up to I think I have a 2 terabyte hard drive specifically for the YouTube channel and all the YouTube videos, and I am almost I think it's a fourth, or at least half of the way, or a fourth of the way full of a 2 terabyte hard drive of how much footage. I'm not talking completed videos, I'm not talking music, sound effects, anything like that. We're just talking footage. Only footage. Only the fucking footage for all the videos. Not even the completed projects or any of the music behind it, which, dear God, we're going to touch base on that next. Make sure, and no, I am not sponsored, so I'm just speaking for this one because I actually really like them. I highly suggest using Epidemic Sound if you do want to get into the YouTube world and or small filmmaking. Epidemic Sound has a lot of good options. I mean, every single song you have heard over the past 2 months is actually come from Epidemic Sound. Which, holy fuck, the process of choosing the proper sound for your videos is terrifying. We're gonna get to that here in a fucking minute because I need a coffee break. I gotta make sure to keep my coffee close by more frequently, so I don't have to run upstairs in order to do that, because I'm really getting tired of these jump cuts. But anywho, as I was saying, you just watched the time lapse of me look at freaking music. That was just music, and mind you, that was a time lapse that took over an hour. 1 hour to find one fucking song to make the video come to life. And holy fuck, just 1 hour to find the right song is terrifying to think of. Now, most of my videos I can record within a single day. That's record, edit, post, publish, schedule. Get on YouTube, wait for the day to come. And granted, motherfucker. That's the second thing. Not even the second. That's like the fucking fourth. Make sure you don't fuck up the way I just did of having my watch ready to make sounds whenever I get a message, because the simplest notification could screw up an entire video. Because you may be like myself, where I don't actually script out the pieces, which I should probably actually do eventually at some point, but I'm not really actually on that page. But if you're scripted out, you can go back. You can actually speak about it. Me? Fuck no. Scripts? Hell no. They're not worth my time. So I throw everything off the hip. And shit like that can screw up an entire video. But at the same time, it kind of helped because one of my fuck ups. And dear God, there have been a lot of fuck ups. One of the worst ones so far is I actually forgot to press record. I'm still kicking myself in the ass for the past month because I failed to get that shot because I forgot to press record. Make sure, kids, press the record button when you're getting ready to do the shot and have at least 10 seconds before in order to get the shot right, because I can guarantee you're not actually going to get it right off the first bat. And that's part of with footage. You constantly have to try new angles, new depth perceptions, all that shit in order to make sure you get the shot that you actually want. Now, with talking head videos like this, it's actually really easy to do except for audio and lighting. For instance, right now I actually have 2 different lights going. So if I were to lean over here, we lose that light, and that's part of what gives me depth compared to my background. I also have background lights, which I really need to fix those because they're starting to fall from the ceiling. But as I was saying, dear God, I have not had enough caffeine, and this is a problem. But as I was saying, there's so many factors that go into making a YouTube video. Now, the biggest thing you really need to think of is this something you're truly passionate about? Because you're not going to be able to do YouTube for the longevity aspect of things unless you're truly passionate about this. If you're not really passionate, then you're probably going to flake out after a few weeks, maybe a few months, because yeah, there is a lot of burnout involved. You constantly have to be thinking of new topics, new creative aspects, all that happy horse shit in order to make your videos actually good. Now, with the short film I'm making, trying to make that film while staying positive for what it's dealing with, holy mother of God. So, and that's the other really shit part about the spectrum, is you gotta deal with these things in a weird ass manner, because I'm making a really dark heavy video, but at the same time I'm still having to keep myself amped, even though the video is dealing with real life shit that fucks everyone up. But in the end, after 2 months of doing YouTube, I can honestly say I thoroughly can appreciate everyone who's been doing this for an extremely long time, because not only is this one of their passions, but they followed through with this for years now. And there's some content creators that do this every single day. And dear God, holy shit, they are awesome people. But anywho, I just kind of want to give you guys an idea of where things have been sitting over the past 2 months of me doing YouTube. And I know this video is really fucking random, but at the same time, that's part of who I am. I'm random as absolute fuck, and anything will come to mind. Goddamn notifications, leave me alone. Anywho, if you like this video, please like and comment down below. If you really like this video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, and I will catch all of you in the next episode. One day I'll find myself alone without coffee. That's gonna be a depressing fucking day.